Hey butterflies, welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all of the channel members here on YouTube, as well as the members on my website. Thank you for your continued support, and thank you to everyone who has purchased from my tea and my candle company. Thank you for your continuous support. Like, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning working on orders, okay? Because I want to get them all up out of there. But this energy that we're getting into, y'all, with a grandmother energy, I was feeling this. I wrote a note in my phone and, slept on it a couple days. Because I wrote this note on Monday at 6:06 a.m. It was a channeled message, grandmother energy. And so I feel called to share it now. But it was feelings about your childhood helped you shape your thoughts about the world. Understand that you are not your childhood. It's just that you've become used to the hurtful things that you had in your childhood. And it makes me think of how what we've experienced is what we become comfortable with and accustomed to, and we start seeking out similarity, right? We start seeking out similarities. It gives this energy of not allowing yourself to become your past. So don't let your past turn you cold or turn you hardened, is what I'm getting. It's something about not letting it turn you a certain type of way, yet using it to, help turn you around, to approach things from another angle. But grandmother, what messages do we have going on? So to start us off, we have you are not crazy. And this is giving a vibe of you've been remembering some things, and there may have been some people trying to tell you like, oh, you're remembering it incorrectly. That didn't really happen. Okay. This grandmother wants to comfort you and let you know, like, there's nothing, wrong with you on what it is that you're feeling. It's just something about the process of how you're doing it. It's something about the process. But you're not crazy when you, look back into some of those old things that you've gone through. You really went through those. But what is this grandmother advice with healing through it and overcoming it? Grandmother, what is your advice? Grandmother energy, what is your advice? Grandmother energy. Different deck. Grandmother energy. Approaching these life situations that are not working out how we expected. First thing I'm hearing is get back to the root, because how you respond to things relate to what still has a strong effect on you. So kind of like start asking yourself more questions of why. Well, where did this come from? When did I first start having these type of feelings? Which usually always goes back to your youth, your childhood, and like analyze the energy of that time. What was going on? Is giving this vibe of needing to know the story in order to retell the story. All right, grandmother. Give me 2 cards. Two. All right, we got the Hierophant and the Magician. That's powerful. 4:44 on the time. The Hierophant and the Magician. This is giving a vibe of totally alchemizing and teaching and helping other people who are going through similar things that you've already gone through. I need some water over here. With the Hierophant and the Magician, and my ears just started ringing really strongly, actually. This is really giving me this energy of becoming the teacher, turning something around, changing things. But then also I'm hearing self-teaching, self-taught for some of you all. So like self-healing, self-regeneration. Self-healing, self-regeneration. Self-healing, self-regeneration. She's holding, like where she's holding her hands at is right where the full moon is at. So it looks like she's holding the full moon, but she's not. And it makes me, because last night in class, we were kind of talking about the full moon and the symbolism with werewolves. This is making me think of being able to control your feelings and your emotions. As soon as I said that, literally, dang, I couldn't see the full title. It was a YouTube notification, but it was talking about a daughter of a narcissist or something like that. So some of you may have been a child of someone who really wasn't. I know we've been talking about that buzzword. It's a buzzword. I hate hearing that word. But some people really are diagnosed. Some people really are. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be just someone who had narcissistic traits and characteristics about them. Okay? But this is giving a vibe of you not becoming that energy or not becoming too codependent. But then also being able to control your feelings and your emotions, because that's what the full moon oftentimes represents. It represents like explosions, explosives, like letting things out. You know what I'm saying? Like running over. It could be cup runneth over energy, you know? But to be able to control it so delicately in your hands feels this vibe of being able to control those different swings. But it takes practice and time. And to some, it feels like it'll be magic, you know? To some, it feels like it will take magic. Do you believe in magic? The 60s was really big for some of you all's grandmother. This vibe, I just can't get over this Magician and the Hierophant, like, because that's so powerful to have come out. That's Taurus, Gemini, Aries energy very strongly with this. And those are, when you think about it, that's like the recipe for success. Taurus, making it happen, getting it done, attracting abundance. Aries, initiation, starting, action, doing it, you know. Gemini, conversing, talking to other people, making contacts, making connections. These are all skills from all three of those that would work perfect together, actually. And when you look at it, they're all three different types. It's the cardinal, which is the Aries, the fixed, which is the Taurus, and then we have the mutable, which is Gemini. Who really need the emotions? The emotions is what, you know, that's the water. That's what got you, you know what I'm saying, stuck in your feelings thinking about the past. The emotions. So cut that out for a little bit, not forever, just for right now, okay? While you're redefining and working through. So it's giving this vibe of, I'm hearing be intentional. Be intentional about what you do and how you do it. Be intentional. Be intentional. Because it feels like when you're intentional, you'll get further, because when you're intentional, you're putting that energy of the magic out there. Because when someone is intentional, they're confident. They're doing this, they know what they're doing, they know their end goal, they know where they're working towards. And this grandmother is giving this vibe of whatever you do it with intentions, mean what you say. But like, work through all of this. Like, you are not your past. You are not what you've gone through, what you've experienced. You could take it, you could turn it around. But I feel like now I'm getting into like the future things that a lot of you all have been saying you want to get into, what you want to do. And that's where that be prepared energy is coming from. I love the sound of the night sounds right before it turns daylight. I don't know if you all can hear it through the video, but it's so peaceful. I got my wall painted yellow and I love it. And so it's giving me these ideas for redecorating. So that's what I'm working through. I think I'm gonna take my TV out of my living room and put it in my room. Y'all notice how the outside sounds just automatically just stopped? They literally just all stopped. And then they started back together as soon as I said that. So that's confirmation. Because removing my TV out of the living room is because I spend most of my time in the living room. And that's where I get a lot of my work done. And so it takes away the temptation of wanting to turn on the TV or watch something on TV, or just be like, oh, well, let me find this and do this. And it's more so of like if I'm relaxing down before going to bed or something. Lately, I've also been going back to bed early again so that I can be up around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning again. I get more done. So maybe some of you, all of you can do that, depending on even what time you go to work, right? So when I was a teacher, I would do that. I would wake up at 3 in the morning and work on my personal stuff. And then I'll start getting ready for work. And so that helped me a lot. Some of you all may need to work on some things at different times to get some stuff done. But you have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So yeah, you're overcoming some things. And with you overcoming some things, you're opening some doors. For who I'm talking to, you're opening some doors. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's the end of a tough cycle, and it's the full moon in Capricorn. And now I feel like that's the moon energy that she's holding right here. Because no, the earth sign energy that we used was Taurus. And Taurus is all about attraction and abundance and work without having to do too much. Capricorn gonna work their butt off, okay? But Taurus is more so without having to do too much. And this grandmother energy is giving being rewarded. And you need to know that you're a blessing to be alive. So don't try to, like, don't overwork yourself. Like how we're talking about the sense of end of cycle and all of that. Like, you don't have to overwork yourself. Just be in alignment. You know, you don't have to overwork yourself if you don't want. I'm hearing right place, right time. Some people are mad about not meeting people or doing things, but they never leave the house. And it's like, how you mad at somebody else, Pooh? You need to get up and take charge, you know, get up and take charge of your life. Get out the house, go do some stuff, go meet some people. It's giving this vibe of, you know, I know I'm going to keep saying it because there's still people on this channel who has a victim mindset, but, you know, it's like the type of people who you post something positive and then they respond back, well, not everybody. It's just like, baby, you don't have to be miserable your whole life. You can go out and find your village, you know. We're not always born into our village. Sometimes we got to work into it. You know what I'm saying? And identify and work into your village. Like, get out of that mindset, you know, of looking for a way to refute something or go against something, you know. And I've always thought it was weird when people post something like negative when someone is posting something positive. It's like, just, I don't know, maybe that's This energy, let me get myself out of it, grandmother. Things don't have to be as hard as many make them out to be. And that's why it's those three signs that was leading the energy, because all three of those signs, they don't allow other things or other people to kind of like hold them back. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, that's something that all three of them have in common. Aries still gonna do whatever they want, okay? You could tell them all you want, how you feel like they're not gonna be successful, this ain't gonna be good, that's not a good idea. Best believe they're gonna do what they want at the end of the day, okay? Taurus, they definitely gonna do what they want because they've already thought about it for quite some time and done their own, you know what I'm saying, little research or whatever on what they view, you know what I'm saying? They not changing their mind. They not about to sit here and go back and forth. They not doing that. And Gemini might change their mind, but Gemini also knows how to change other people's minds by appearing to be confident in something. And people be going with it, you know. People go with it, you know. All right, so grandmother is saying courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. That's why life is hard. Courage is knowing it might hurt and doing it anyway. Stupidity is the same. They're the same family, y'all. That's why life is hard. What is the difference between courage and stupidity in your life? A big part of adulting is not crossing the line where your rebelliousness turns into recklessness. The people who ride this line most gracefully usually have a clear eye on their values and a good friend or two who will tell them when they're being dumb. If you can't decide if you're being brave or stupid, call a friend. But a good idea, don't call a dumb friend, okay? So it's okay to get confirmation sometimes to know like if this risk is like, you know what I'm saying, good risk or whatever, excitement, or if it's really from, you know what I'm saying, that intuition coming through of just like, you know, yeah, let's do this, you know? And so get those energies, get those vibes. And it don't have to be too much. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be too much. You know, I've had a couple members, you know, bring up some things like some revelations that they've had. And, you know, Spirit was just like, you know, let them know, yeah, keep trusting your intuition. It don't take me, ooh, let me, you know, dive deep. No, you on the right path, Pooh. You know, you're on the right path. All right, grandmother, any advice? Watch your face. I don't know why I just got the thoughts of like a RBF. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting here. People be like, why you look so mean? I ain't mean. But you just got an RBF, you know. You don't mean it, you know, that's your natural state, but it's giving this vibe of being more aware of, you know, how you know. So we have purification. Cleansing. The trigger energy, their opinion matters to me. The true statement, I see things in a new way. As you release external influences and energy, you will become clear with regard to what is needed. Ashe. Ashe. Feel free to let me know down below in the comments. You feel clear. You know, you feel clear. You know what's best for you at the end of the day, you know. You know what's best for you at the end of the day. But you have making altars, so maybe clear some space for an ancestor today. Clear some space for an ancestor today. You know, my robe, this is another reason why I love being in this robe. My grandmother, ooh, not my necklace. I didn't realize my necklace was all the way like this whole time. It's because my grandmother bought me this. And so I will always have this robe. I love this robe. And then I'm drinking coffee and all of that because that's her thing. She loves coffee. And today's her birthday. So yeah, just channeling that energy. So some of you all in the collective, you may feel, you know, just the same energy of making an altar for an ancestor or doing something 2020 on the time to fully connect with that ancestor's energy. Yeah, so I'm spending time with her today, my poo-poo. But I love you all. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. And as always, my loves, continue to bloom. I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, wait, no, I want to, Spirit just said, Grandmother just said, read a butterfly card. I don't need to control life. I trust in magic and miracles. And did we not pull out the Magician? I trust in magic and miracles. So trust that it's all going to happen. Y'all, why I flipped this deck over? It's a whole new deck, and what card is there? The High Priestess. Trust it all, Pooh. You in alignment, okay?